Hello everybody, welcome back. It's the Mac and welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to another showcase here of a John Tiller software game. Panzer Campaigns Kiev 43. I want to give a big shout out and thanks to John Tiller Software for letting me showcase this game and show you guys a bit about this new title. The newest Panzer Campaign title that has been released from John Tiller's software. And it's also the title that was dedicated to John Tiller himself, who sadly passed away this year. So, Panzer Campaigns. We're back to the, almost, I think the largest scale of warfare in the series there, unless you have a look at the operational titles. Kilometer a hex in about 2 hours a turn. Moving companies, battalions, and charged with divisions in the operational warfare. So, Kiev 43. So you might ask yourself, so what's this all about? Well, this title covers the operations around late 43, after the Battle of Kursk, which ended in a defeat for the Germans there. They threw everything they had at those very fortified, anticipated defenses, and were grinded down, and they basically completely lost the initiative on the Eastern Front. And then the Russians immediately threw a counterattack there afterwards, and ever since the Germans were on the retreat. So Kiev 43 basically covers the recapture of Kiev, which the Russians did in November there in 43, and the desperate delaying actions of what remained of those powerful army groups of the Germans. So the game comes packed with, as usual, loads of scenarios covering all the important events of the operation. What I like about this title as well is that there seems to be a lot more information when clicking the different scenarios. There is a clear indication of how the scenario is meant to be played. It says intended to head-to-head, for example, here. And so you know that this scenario would probably best played versus a human opponent than the AI. And for instance, if we click here, this is also intended for head-to-head. Here, for example, you have intended for head-to-head play or solo play as the allied side versus the AI. So that's really good. And another thing that's really good is also that they have included the recommended rules now in text. You could read about that in the documentation that came with the previous games, but you had to maybe really look around for it and read the files there. But here it says right off the bat in the descriptions what kind of rules are recommended for the scenario. And this is really important actually for many of the scenarios that comes with all the Panzer campaigns, because it's kind of crucial sometimes what kind of rules you're using so that you get the most out of the scenario. So we're going to be going through all these. I'm going to be showing you guys what actually is covered, but we're going to go dive right into the folder of the game here. It's always good to do that once you have installed it, because in here there's loads of good information that you could read. And there's also usually a good summarization of what units, the different belligerents that were actually part of the fight. You have some Czechoslovakian units, German SS, Luftwaffe was present, NKVD, Russian Guards. So there are some good, really good PDF files here to read actually. I'm going to be using, for instance, I'm going to be using a lot. They have this situation maps. This is a really good one. This is a really, if you're not familiar with this, these operations around Kiev 43, I wasn't. I had to read up on it. I knew that the Russians took Kiev, but I didn't know all the details about what the different fights and the bridgeheads and all that, and what divisions was actually part of this fight. But this is really good. This summarizes a lot of what's in the game. So you open this up, you have unit keys to show you, if you look, when you're looking at this, I mean, for some of us, we don't know what the heck all this means, but it's all explained here, really good. So basically, what the game does not cover is the prelude to the Dnieper. Here's Kursk. So this was, the Germans had like a bulge here, and the Russians, we know, around Kursk attacked, and the Germans were almost encircled and had to pull out, and then the Russians, with their endless reserves, launched a massive attack, and then the Germans sort of fled back, and this was their part of the next defensive line, basically, around Kiev and the Dnieper River here. It was good defense for the coming Red Storm. So actually some good explanations here. It says, number one there, the Battle of Kursk was not completely over. When one, the Russians launched an attack which was successful. So in 2 here, it goes, causing the Germans to lose the initiative and fall back to the west. 3, by late September, the Russians had arrived at the Dnieper River and were throwing groups of infantry into small bridgeheads in numerous locations. And that's basically where this title picks up. The first the bridgeheads, I think there was one in the north here, around Kiev, and there was one in the south here. The light bridgehead 5 was very close to the Ukrainian capital, but by late October, the Germans were able to contain the Russians at both locations. Yeah, so it goes on here, and then it shows you here the actual bridgehead that was crossed there. Let's see, what does it say? Yeah, Bukrin Bridgehead. All right, the Bukrin Bridgehead there, 12th to 15th October. And it's some good descriptions here. I don't know if you guys can read it, I'm assuming. But so it says, I mean, it really explains what the hell happened here. So that I really like. So you get the good feel of what was going on and which scenarios maybe you want to start off with to see, oh, I want to try and see if I can hold off the actual massive Russian buildup on this bridgehead, which the Germans didn't. But you know, that's the fun part here. So, and it goes on here to the liberation of Kiev. Yeah, so the Germans were not able to hold them back here. There was such a huge buildup here, and the artillery was nuts. Russians had so much artillery, so they had to pull back here. And they did some counterattacks, but they were not able to stop that massive attack, so they had to pull out there. So the liberation was, I think, the 6th of November there, Kiev. Then it goes on here to the Russian breakout. So after they captured Kiev, the bridgeheads, I mean, they swarmed their units across here. They were like on a rampage, just pursuing the Germans and trying to smash, you know, going for the ultimate victory there, and really expand this bridgehead. But initially they were very successful. They did capture many of these towns here across. And once, so the Russian breakout there. And then you had the Russian high tide. That's when they were capturing these big points here. And the Germans were slowly starting to realize what the hell was going on, and organizing some of their really powerful divisions to counterattack here, which we're going to be going on to here. The 4th Panzer Army response, the 15th to 19th November there. So they're starting to form a defensive line here now, just containing the enemy, and they will start doing counterattacks with some really powerful divisions there. And then you have the final November offensive. So the Russians are pouring in stuff, trying to do a last ditch to take out these German units. And you have the German offensive starts on the 6th to 18th December 43 there. And they start retaking some of these places and really causing horrendous casualties on the Russians there. But sustaining a lot themselves. I mean, the Russians could take the casualties, but the Germans could not replace many of their losses. So the war of attrition, man. And then you have the German offensive, the last German offensives there, 19th to the 24th of December. See, they have contained the bridgehead, but there's still a bridgehead, and Kiev is still under Russian control there. And there's some, what they were hoping for was actually to encircle some of these bulges the Russians had made, and they were trying to do what the Germans had been doing during the Barbarossa campaign, was to isolate pockets of huge Russian units and annihilate them and capture them, which they have been very successful with in the previous years. But it proved too difficult this time. I mean, the Russians were just too many and too powerful, and the Germans have really sustained. They didn't have enough units to do it, and the fuel and supplies and everything, and the Luftwaffe was not that powerful at this point of the war. So the Russians had a lot of air force as well. And so that's the last there, the last German offensives there. So cool stuff, man. All right, so let's get back into the game. Actually, let's look at more of the folder here. Right, so there are situation maps. Actually, that was the one I had open, I think. Yeah, that's the one there. Solo victory conditions is something that's been added here. We're going to go into that. I'm going to show you guys what that's all about. And they have the program weather chart here. There's notes. The notes are really good. I recommend you guys to read that. Some really good designer and campaign notes here. Lots. This is what all the John Tiller games are really good at. Is the massive research and the good documentation. You really get the feel this is some serious stuff, man. These guys take it serious. They really want to get as accurate as possible. And so you have. Here's even more information. There's designer notes. There's the scenario planning phase. They have the campaigns and operational level scenarios. They would explain all those, what they're all about. Really good information here. If you, like me, are a bit rusty on this certain operation. I mean, you can Google everything, and there's some really good documentaries on YouTube and whatnot, but it's good to have it all here. You don't have to do all that research. You can just read about it here. They have order of battles there. The Soviet order of battle explains a lot what kind of units they had and why, and yeah, they have the German order of battle is also explained here. What's going on? The features of past campaigns, order of battle. Yes, so there's some stuff here that's really good as well. Map notes, they explain how they got the maps and how they planned them. Look at this detailed map here, and they built all this. Campaign notes, so here's some notes about, even more notes about what was going on and the early efforts to cross the Dnieper there. The Birkin bridgeheads, the foiled attempt. And wow, there's so much stuff here. I mean, wow. And then they have the other bridge there, the 60th Army deployment there, the breakthrough. It explains basically the whole operation here. It's all here, man. And then you have the counterattacks, the Germans' desperate counterattacks, and the December battles, which I just said before. But and then you have appendix here, books, what kind of research took into it. They have sample units here. You can have a look. What kind of artillery and the Wehrmacht units here. It's really good stuff. The armor. There was Panthers presence. There was Tigers, Stugs, Panzer IVs, Panzer IIIs as well, I think. And they have the self-propelled artillery, the Hummels, the Vesps, flak vehicles, armored cars. All the good stuff, man. Yeah. It's all here. It's really good. And they have the Allied forces. So this is a really good piece of documentation here. I really recommend you guys to read it. What else is in here? What other goodies? Of course, you have the user manual, which is really good. You have the getting started, which always recommend to do. Play that scenario that's in this file here. Work the steps, learn the game. Really good to get a good feel of the game. Of course, they don't explain everything here. You're going to have to read about details in the user manual, but it's really good jumping off point to play those getting started there. It's back in the game here, right? So yeah, let's go through the scenarios. So this is the getting started one here. It's well, I won't go into that. You guys have to go into that when you buy the game there. So the Birken Bridgehead here. So you have some initial. It's really well. I mean, they're all in chronological order here, which is great. Yeah, the Birken Bridgehead here, which is actually intended for head-to-head. Yeah, I'm going to be playing a scenario. This time I'm not going to be playing play by email game. I'm doing that in many of the other showcase titles, but this one I'm probably just going to duke it out versus the AI, so I can get my videos up faster. So they have different versions here of many of the operations here, which is really interesting here. This is the Birken Bridgehead scenario. It's 37 turns. It's meant to be played head-to-head here. They have a variation one, a different one here. And here they have the features the 11th Panzer divisions failing to arrive. So this one's even harder to try to play here. They actually have its solo version intended to solo play as allies versus the AI. So you can play this same one here, but they have probably scripted the AI to be a bit more difficult, or more program and stuff. Another thing that's new in this is there's lots of notes that are really good to read. Seems like they have added a lot more information in these scenario files, which is great. And then they have the solo version of the 11th Panzer's fight finish. So they do have these head-to-head, and they have the solo. Here they have Birken Bridgehead pinning attack. It's head-to-head and solo. So yeah, this solo victory conditions. This is something new, as I said a bit before. So you have to go into. I'm going to show you that documentation there. So they have the solo victory conditions here. I'm going to open that up. So here they explain, because some of them are not meant to be played. I mean, the victory conditions are actually made when you play head to head. So you're going to have to, if you're going to play them solo, they can be played solo as well. But then the victory conditions that are in the game are not true to the solo version, so to speak. So you're going to have to go in here and calculate your own. It's all here, so you just have to look what points you got and what kind of if you have a major defeat, minor victory, or major victory there. So it's good. I like it. It's cool. So it's something new I haven't seen before. And then they have the Kiev. This is the biggest scenario in the game. It's whopping 234 turns. Man, wow. That's going to take you some time, man. That's going to take you some time. And that's the whole shit. That's the whole shebang there. So this one is actually intended to play. They don't have a solo version of this, which I was hoping they would, but they don't have that. It's all head-to-head here in different variations. So if you want to play this best, I mean, I guess you could play it solo just to get the feel of it, but I mean, it's meant to be played head to head because it's such a large scenario. It's very hard to script, I guess, to script the AI to me be like a good opponent in a massive size like this. So, but it's pretty cool. They have it here. You could play the whole master campaign here. So that's really awesome, I think. And then they have the Kiev Novo Breakout Pursuit. Also meant to play head-to-head there. This is when they broke through and they pursued the enemy there. And they have another variation here. This one, First Guard Cavalry Corps supporting. Okay, so there's some minor tweaks there. The Lutzen break-in. Yeah, so this is the main. This was one I was showing you before. Right, so we're still quite early here in the campaign here. So this is the Lutzen. Is this the Lutzen here? No, this is the Birken Bridgehead there. Okay, Liberation of Kiev. Yeah, so this is good because I don't know any of these town names or where the heck they are or anything, but I know where Kiev is. But I mean, but this so it can be very confusing with all these names and what happened where and stuff. So it's really good to have these. This documentation is. They should have these in all titles. This is such great. I wish they had them in many of the older titles, but I guess it takes a lot of time to make these and lots of research as well. Where was I? Right, so they have the Lutzen break in there. Huge attack force. Yeah, you could play this solo, 16 turns. So it's. I think it's this one here, just north of Kiev. It's here, I think. Yeah, this here. This was the Lutzen bridgehead. Yeah, this depicts the massive attack on this kind of weakly held position here. So you could play that solo. Recommended allied. They have another variation there, and they have the Lutzen breakout. This is when they smashed through and liberated Kiev there. And then they have the even bigger, the 60th Army breakout scenario. They have many versions of this, which is great. And then they have the Russian High Tide, which was, yeah, this is the breakout. Here's the High Tide. This depicts all these operations. Pretty big scenario there, 147 turns. So it's also unfortunately just head to head. There's no solo version of this. Would be fun. Capturing Zitomir. Zitomir was here, yeah. So this is about the capture of this. Fastov counterattack. Yeah, this was the Fastov. Where was that? That was like in the north. Like, no, Fastov here. Okay, here. What does it say there? The 2nd SS Das Reich Panzer Division was transferred from the Burken bridgehead to help retake Fastov, but all attempts were blunted. The Russians would hold the town for the duration of the campaign. Okay, so they never took it back there. This is one actually I was planning to play. It'd be fun to see what kind of German units was up against that Russian horde. So we're going to go into that. We're just going to go through there. You have the 4th Panzer, 4th Panzer Army response. Yeah, November 15th there. So this is when the Germans are starting to respond. Yeah, the 4th Panzer Army response here. So you get to play some of those. This is a big one. This one you can actually play solo, which is pretty cool. Big scenario though, but could be really fun. And then they have you could play this allied, or you can play it as the Germans there. And then they have different variations of that. And they have something else here. There's lots of that. This is cool though. The German counterattack. You can play that solo. Advance to Korsten. So they have some more. The Russians seek them to take Korsten. Where is it at? Here, yeah, the northwestern operations there of Kiev there. Borislav assault. It's just the 1st Panzer and the 1st SS Lieberstandarte of Hitler Division. We're doing trying to drive a wedge there in the attack here. Yeah, we're trying to smash through here, cause some chaos. They have different versions of that. They have the Fastov diversion, retake Sotmir. This is where the Germans trying to retake at. 4th Panzer Army, one Mannstein's last hurrah. Intended for head-to-head or solo play as the Axis. So this is pretty cool. They have the whole. They can play that solo as well. Head-to-head, yeah, Zodomir, Brusilov. Man, there's so much stuff here. Everything's covered basically. So, and then they have the December operations. The last attacks there by the Germans. I don't know if they have that as solo. Probably not. This one you can play solo. The 48th Panzer Corps December attacks. Panzer Corps turns the corner. Yeah, this is when they would try to encircle the enemy there. It failed. And then they have the 4th Panzer Ops head to head. Final December German operations there. You can't play that solo. Well, you can, but it's not optimized for it. Coruscant is head to head or Axis side versus the AI. And that's it. And they have you can open up a map that shows the whole battle map. Basically, that's pretty cool. They have the OOBs for the different sort of periods of the operations here. What the different divisions and organizations. So that's pretty cool. Right, so I've gone through that. Let's see if I can find the one I was trying to. I was going to play here. Not Zotomir. Which one was it? Lutzen break-in? No. It's further down. Capturing Zotomir. There was one optimized for the Germans here. Let's see. This could be it. Fast-of counterattack. All right. Fast-of counterattack. It's right here. Yeah. Right, so that's November 12th there, 43. Intended to head-to-head play or solo play as either side versus the AI, but it is best played as Axis. All right, we're going to try the Axis out. You're going to have to check the solo conditions there to see what kind of victory I get. All right, so the scenario covers the early attempt of the 40th Panzer Corps to retake Fastov on the 12th through 13th of November. The Russians had decided on a defensive posture, and the German 25th Panzer Division was unequal to the task. Das Reich supported the operation by guarding the flank of the armored division and making attacks of their own. Eventually, the Germans had to call off the attack. The action gets underway as the scenario opens with both sides at point-blank range in front of Fastov. Okay. Note, the scenario uses limited objectives. The player will want to refer to objective dialogue for exact turns when they expire. Right, so I need to keep that in mind. Recommended rules are default, so I'm going to have a look at that. This could be interesting. Let's see that. See if I can retake, if I can take it. The Fastov counterattacks. So that was November 12th. Yeah, during the Russian high tide there. What's this say? Yeah, this is the. It would hold the town, right? So maybe see if I can if I can change history and take it. All right, let's kick this one off then. So they're going to be automatic. We're going to be manual here. Right. So the rules. Default rules was recommended here. So we have alternate assault resolution. That's okay. Artillery setup. Recon spotting. So that's interesting. Gotta keep that in mind. So reconnaissance units can actually do recon spotting. We have virtual supplies, low visibility air effects, a quality fatigue modifier, counter battery, night fatigue. So that's also something to keep in mind, not to move units during night. They have a high risk of becoming disrupted there. Program weather and limited air recon. All right, boom. Let's do it. Axis command report. So we have dawn turn. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, the 12th there. Soft conditions, dawn. Objectives expires in 9 turns. Okay, so there's one objective that expires in 9 turns. One objective in 11 and 14 there. Okay. All right. So this is a recent. You can. There's different views. This is 3D zoom-in view. I never play this. I don't know why. I should try to get into this because it's not looking that bad. I mean, I like it. I like the graphics. Yeah, I think you can actually turn off the if you turn off the grid hex outlines, maybe. Yeah, we'll get a more smoother look. But I prefer to play either 2D zoomed out or 2D zoomed in. I probably will play like this because these recent games have been optimized for the zoom in view. And here's the zoom out view there. All right, we're in the game. We have fast stuff here. Okay, and Russians are here. What do we got? Let's have a look at the victory conditions here. What do we need? We need 1,100 points for a major, man. Okay, so we need a lot of points here. I mean, these are not worth that much. I mean, okay, we got these 50 points here. I mean, we need to cause damage here. 300, 400, 600, 700, 900, 1,000, 1,050. So 1,050 worth of points on the objectives. Right, so there was something about... let's have a look. Objectives, maybe? Which one was it that you had? Okay, here we go. All right. This objective here will expire in 9 turns. Okay, that's interesting. This one here in 11 turns. Whoops. Where was it? Objectives? Let's see. 14 turns. All right, so that's almost a whole battle there. 11 turns. 11 turns. 9. We have 14 there. 14. All right, so this is kind of a priority. Wait, that's kind of a priority to get this. I mean, 9 turns. All right. All right, what we got here? What are our disposal? Right, so the Lieberstandarte. No, Das Reich was guarding the flank, it said. And the 25th Panzer Division. I like to have this on. Highlight organization, so I know. Right, so the 25th Panzer Division is going to have to try and capture Fastov here. This is my main attack here. And it said that the Das Reich did commit some attacks. So that's interesting. What do we got? Where's my headquarters here? Jesus, all the way down here. Okay. And we have something back here. We have General the Panzertrupp-Balk. Okay. We have Obergruppenführer Krieger. He is in the Panzer Das Reich there. Okay. Morale division, man. So these guys are badasses. Look at that. Right, what do we got? Okay, let's first of all have a look at, is anything scheduled in this fight? Well, nothing is coming now. Probably not. We're left to our own devices here. Scheduled. Yeah, nothing. Okay. We'll probably not have any air support. What's the weather like here? Let's have a look at the weather. All right, soft conditions with 2 kilometers visibility, so about 2 hexes. Tomorrow's forecast is 30% chance of normal conditions, which is good. 70% chance of soft, with the visibility of 3 to 5 kilometers. So that's good. 5 kilometers. That is good. All right. All right, what kind of artillery we got here? Anything that... Ooh, we have a lot of artillery here. Okay. We have artillery lined up here. That's good. This is the SS artillery here. Okay. Okay, before I fire, let's have a look at the plan. We're going to make a plan here. All right, we're basically supposed to be holding this on the flank here. We could make an attack. We could go for this with the Das Reich. If we sort of... We'll see what the hell happens here, basically. All right, what do we got? We got Auflackers and some 88s down there. We have heavy armored cars with reconnaissance units, flak reconnaissance. We have Pioneer Company stationed here with some grills, these 150 millimeter self-propelled guns, flak. We have artillery lined up in the back here. We do have some Stugs, Stug 3Gs. 8 Stugs with some... Okay, we do have something here. What the hell is that? Panzer, I think these are command tanks. There's only one there. And some decent flak protection there. All right, what can we see here? So there's the two visibility, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the flank here. See, we can do reconnaissance. We can do recon spotting, which is good. But we need to be able to see the hexes there. All right, maybe we should do some scouting here. See if there's any Russians on the other side here. If we move these guys in here. Okay. There's units here. There's the 167th Rifle Division there lined up. Not the best place to do reconnaissance, I guess. We could try to do some recon, see if there's anything behind here. It's going to be dangerous. We're probably going to get shot on there. No units. Okay, I forgot to select them there. Okay, recon spotting. Yeah, look at that. Something popped up here. Okay. Can we move them back? We can. All right. Let's get them back in there. 187 men there. We took some casualties. That was actually stupid of me. I should have left them there so I could plot some artillery on them. Okay, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. Oh well. Okay. What can we see here? We have infantry moving in. We do have 80... No, the 88s are down here. Range hard 4, range soft 2 there. Okay, so they can't see anything now. Infantry moving in. Could do some more recon spotting here, I guess. Very dangerous though. Okay, so you can actually... Yeah. I'm a bit rusty on the rules on the recon spotting, but I guess you can spot units outside of your view, because those guys just popped up there. So that was kind of a blunder there. Okay, let's keep doing that. Let's do some reconnaissance here. Oh, I think these, yeah, these armored cars can do reconnaissance as well. Right, so all that's popping up there. Okay. All right, we do have the, what do we have here? We have some armor. These Stugs, they have soft 1, hard 2. We should reinforce these hexes, man. We don't have much to work with here, though. We have some Stugs. This is looking very dangerous here. It's probably going to be moving across. We've got our... There's a stream there, so you could cross the stream. It doesn't have to cross the bridge. Crossing this bridge will make... It's going to have to be in travel mode to do that, and then it'll be susceptible to attacks. Let's get this flak up there. We do have flak there. Let's actually move the flak with the armor here. Maybe put some armor in between here. Let's do that. Let's move them up there. Let's get this flak unit close. And what else we got? We got, yeah, let's do some reconnaissance here. Right, we didn't see anything else. We do have 88s. Those 88s can actually fire. They can lay off a couple of... It's only 4 88s, but we can start shooting at these guys. We Could be in range for our Russian artillery as well, though. Right, caused some casualties there. Okay, what do we got here? We have the Pioneers, and they have some support. Some dudes on top of that ridge. I don't think we have any reconnaissance here. These guns can fire, I mean direct fire, I guess, on those guys on top of that ridge. Let's do that. Whoops. Oh man. Boom! Been hit by artillery. No effect though. Alright, let's leave the flag there. We could try and actually... I don't know about digging in. I think the enemy's too close. Those guys are probably going to be advancing here. What do we got here? We got anti-tank guns by the looks of it, and infantry. Right, we do have these guys. Okay, we do have a powerful regiment here. Armored company here. Der Führer. Those guys are badasses, man. 624 men there. Tigers. They're hidden behind this ridge. These reconnaissance should maybe move into this village here. Is there some reconnaissance here? Right, we didn't spot anything new. Got something up here. Who can spot these guys? All right, looks like our armored guys can see that. We do have another really powerful regiment here. Deutschland. Okay. We have the Tigers. What's this? We have even more Tigers here. And we have some of those. There's some heavy flak guns there for anti-tank purposes, probably. Okay. Let's see. Let's maneuver a bit. Maybe move up the Tigers. Not just move them up with the infantry here. Holy shit. Ouch. Alright, so we got attacked by those heavy guns there. Let's use the Tigers and see if we can knock those guns out. 5 Tigers. Fatigue. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to check my artillery here. Oh! No effect. Alright. Whew. Alright, before I get carried away here, let's pound some units. We got engineer. Who are these guys? Who are they part of? They're part of the 25th there. 25th Panzer Division. Yep. They're in clear terrain, so that's bad. We should capture this village. We have a Panzer Grenadier Company armored from the 25th Panzer Division right here, facing 7th Guard Tank Corps. Okay, we got some badass enemies there. We have rifle divisions, we have Stugs, we have Panzer Grenadiers facing 2 units here. What do we got here? We got some guys poised to attack the town. We have some artillery there. We have some guns. We have Tigers. Flak. We have lots of Panzers here. 41 Panzer IV Gs. Big engineer unit here. Okay, we're spotting some T-34s and infantry there. We have many Panzer Grenadiers. Flak 88s. Fortunately, we cannot see anything with those. But tomorrow's forecast we might have bigger visibility here. All right, what's going on this flank here? We've got some Pioneers. These are actually bridge engineers, so they're not really that great for combat. But they do have lots of anti-tank guns there. Okay, we can spot some infantry, and I think these are artillery pieces. We have artillery support. We have armored cars. Lots of reconnaissance on this flank. This is a pretty large reconnaissance force, actually. And they're armored. So we should probably do some reconnaissance here. See if we can flank with the reconnaissance somehow. Maybe get around here. It's quite a powerful reconnaissance force, actually. Aufleck or Arbetlung 25. Yeah, they're all part of the same there. We don't have anything else to throw into the flank here. All right, how are we doing on command radius? Well within command range there, okay. And yeah, they are well within command range as well. And this is probably, yeah, no problems there. All right, so let's duke out some artillery first. Let's see what we got. We got guns here, 10 centimeter K18 guns, soft. Right, we really want to get this disrupted here. Okay, what else we got? Got guns there. Right, these heavy guns is going to shell this village. Let's get the men. No effect. One man. These heavy guns will support these guys, I think. No effect. Yikes. It's not starting out that great. Alright, so let's take a look at the SS artillery. We do have guns way back here. We have 12 Vesps lined up. Okay, so we don't... Okay, we can actually hit this place here. Some of these units moving in should get shelled. Okay. What else we got? We got guns there. We do have... Except these guns should support this sector here. Let's rain down some death on these advancing units. 8 men. Only 8 guns. Let's hit these guys as well. 2 men only. And we have a last battery here. Let's hit them on top of the ridge. 1 man. Alright, let's use these to help out in this attack here. This is kind of dangerous to flank here. But I want to maybe advance with these units here and try to capture this. Let's start shelling. Let's maybe hit those the guns. Fatigue. Let's hit the infantry. 4 men. Let's use the Vesps on this. 6 men. Nice. Alright. Okay, let's use the artillery to help out in the town. Let's barrage. There's tanks there as well. Let's hit this. They got good defense in there. Hopefully we can get these guys disrupted. 1 man only. One man. Yikes. I send in the heavy guns as well. Oh man, alright. Only 4 guns, pretty light. Let's hit these with some light artillery fire. Okay, we're in the industrial area here, so we got some good defense. Okay. I'm not that inclined of advancing here, actually. It's looking kind of dangerous. We should maybe wait and see what the Russians do here. For at least a turn. Got 6 tigers here. What are they part of? They're like an independent... Yeah. Maybe they should be moving with these guys. Actually, those tigers should probably have moved with them, but let's get them up there. I think they can lay down some rounds on those guys. Very light casualties there. Okay. Yeah, these guys, these engineers, this could be a very dangerous unit. Well, let's move into this town at least. Okay. Let's fire from the village here. One man. Okay, we got hit by the flak guns twice. And mortar fire. Okay. What do we got? Okay, these guys are in the clear. Those guys in the village. Not that great. Maybe we can move in here. We need some defense. Well, these are guard units. Let's fire once of these guys, see what happens. 16 casualties. It's pretty good. 19. Alright, let's see the damage here. 5, so, alright. 10. Right, we killed a lot of guys there. Took some mortar fire there. Alright, what we got here? We have these stugs should open up on these guys. 2 casualties. Okay, we got hit by artillery there. And rockets. Ooh. 1 man. Oh shit. Heavy artillery. And rockets. Ooh. Oh shit. Okay, okay. Not good, not good. Alright, so take these guys. Let's see if we can cause damage. 9-man disruption, that's good. 1 man. Let's hit those guys. 21 men. Wow. Okay. 9 men. I should have hit those guys. They were not disrupted. Woo! Okay. They're disrupted. That's good. Alright, so tanks got disrupted there. Let's pull them back a bit. Alright. Oh man, this town here. Rubble 40. Okay, this is gonna be bad here, but let's go for some attacks. What do we got? We got engineers, we got Panzer grenadiers. Alright. See if we can disrupt the infantry here. 14 men. 17. 19 men disruption. Oops. Tanks. Those T-34s. Stationed there. Alright, looks like we didn't get fired back on there though. What do we got? We got loads of engineers here. They are in the city there. What do we got? We have tanks. This is good. I think we should move them up. We should be able to spot those. Yeah, single digit T-34s there. Let's engage them. 41 Panzers. Man. Oh shit. Oh, we lost one due to rocket fire there. There's only one T-34 there. Okay. Okay, those guys are disrupted. I think those are anti-tank guns. Let's attack the infantry. 9 men. Alright. Let's go for an attack. Let's move in the pioneers. And let's attack. 7 men. 1 man. Alright. What else we got here? Yeah, these guys. There's probably stuff there. There could be units there. It's a pretty big force. I should move them up here, I think. I don't want to go there. There could be units lined up here. 3 men. Let's attack back. 9 men. 3 men. Yikes. Ouch. Okay. Right. Got 88s. I'm gonna wait with them. I guess I could move them here. Or when the visibility improves. I think I want to move them down there, actually. See what happens. Oh, shit, we cannot go out. Ah, oh, dang. Alright. What do we got here? We have tigers. Okay, that's a good spot, actually. We can see the town from there. Let's engage the anti-tank guns. 11 tigers. 1 gun was knocked out. 2 guns. Good. Alright. Flak. Okay, so let's get the flak a bit closer. Do have flak there. Let's get the flak in there. Right, those flak guns could stay. Okay. Right, let's do some reconnaissance here. This would be good to get this high ground here. Okay, we got something over here. Dangerous. Okay, let's get the armored cars moving in there. There's some recon spotting there as well. Right, nothing. Let's get these armored cars down. Those guys just gonna have to hold that. All right, I think I'm done. Here. Let's just go through some units. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to move up here, but I don't know. To advance with the infantry here, but I'm not sure how powerful these units are. Could be very dangerous. Let's just see what they do. We're probably gonna get pounded by artillery though, but let's just wait. Okay, we got 14 Panzerkraftwagen 4Gs. What's in here? That's pretty good visibility. We should move them in there maybe. They have 2 range versus soft, so they can pound here as well. Yes, leave that. Those guys are holding that. Headquarters back there. Alright. And those guys there. I don't think we can fire with anything. No. Alright. Wow, I think we are really high on time here now. Yeah, almost up to an hour. So I'm going to end this video here, man. And we're going to be duking this scenario out in Panzer Campaigns Kiev 43. Really good. Seems to be a really good title. There's another great release from the John Tiller Software group there. So I want to thank them again for letting me showcase this game. And we're going to be duking it out, this scenario here, the counterattack at Fastov. And if you have any questions or comments and stuff, just type it down there. I'll try to answer it. And hope you guys are going to enjoy this Let's Play. And if you want if you want me to like explain certain things that I'm doing, just write that in comments too, and I'll keep that in mind for the next episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. Have a good one.